Was the game Saturday night what you expected it to be as far as the atmosphere and everything else?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the fans came out and showed us some great support, and it was everything we could have hoped for. And I've been defeated against Miami for 3 years in a row, and finally got to beat them. So, which felt good for me. And it's my senior year, but it was a great atmosphere.
How was that sitting on the sidelines watching that final drive?
Oh man, I mean, I had the confidence in our offense that they were going to get it done, and it's just awesome to see them work, and it's kind of nerve-wracking, but the defense, we could have handled it too if it would have been placed on us. So but we just believed in our teammates, and they got it done for us.
Is there a hair of relief with the bowl eligibility part of it out of the way now?
Oh, absolutely. But now we're just trying to get into a better bowl. So if we can beat Virginia, then come back and go to Georgia and take it to them too, I think set ourselves up for a nice little bowl trip.
Outside of that 95-yard drive, I mean, it seemed like y'all's best effort from the season. Y'all rallied, did the ball well, got a lot of pressure. What was kind of your assessment of the overall defense?
No, it's a physical game. Jalen Johnson had a great game. Obviously, he was the defensive linebacker of the week, or ACC linebacker of the week. A lot of guys were just playing their hearts out. They knew what was on the line and knew how important of a game it was, and it showed on the film.
What was your impression of what happened before the game started?
I don't really have too much to say about that. I think it speaks for itself. I was focused on about to walk out of the midfield for coin toss, so it is what it is.
You talk about Harden, just the impact he has. You had the one drive where you pinned him at the 5, and just what does it mean to a defense to know that he's going to constantly keep offenses to his back?
Well, I mean, special teams is a crucial aspect of the game. It's a momentum changer. It can get you back in a game. It can win you games. And I think Presley does a great job of putting our defense in the best situations possible when we have to punt. And I think he's done a great job for us this year. So I mean, it's incredibly important.
Can you try a little bit just the improvement? I imagine you've seen with Brandon Adams being behind him all the time.
Mm-hmm. No, he's doing great. Big B, man, he gets after it when he's in there, and very physical guy, and he's deceptively quick too. I mean, my gosh, he's over 300 pounds, but I mean he's quick, man. He can run. But no, he's been doing a great job, and I'm proud of him. I'm glad I get to play behind him.
What do you think's gone into him kind of progressing and making more plays over the course of the last few weeks?
I mean, I think it's just like everybody. Everybody's got to, for me, in the beginning, I had to learn my responsibility within the defense, and the more that you learn it and the better you get at it, the faster you can play. And I think that's just he's finally coming around to realizing how the defense works, and it's allowed him to play faster.
You mentioned Jalen's performance. He agreed the other night. He said he thought it was probably his best effort. What specifically is he doing so well, and how does that really kind of impact what the rest of the defense is able to do?
Oh, well, when he gets to the ball, he makes plays. I mean, he's making tackles. I know we had quite a few missed tackles, and the coaches are thinking, what kind of defense could we, put ourselves in to be better off on third downs, and a lot of the times we're in a good defense. We've just got to make the plays. So I think that's something that Jalen has really done a good job of is really wrapping up on his tackles and driving through, and just he's being a really solid defensive player. I mean, he's just always running to the ball and making plays when he gets there.
You're playing a team that has kind of a wacky offense at times in terms of how they use guys in space and roll guys out, and the quarterback's kind of more of an athlete runner, almost in the vein of kind of what you guys use. How does that change how does that change maybe compared to what you've been playing, and defensively, kind of what you guys have to do to prepare for something like that?
Yeah, I mean, well, we've faced a variety of offenses this year. You know, we've faced a couple teams that like to run tempo. We've faced teams that check with the sideline and try to match our defense with the best offensive play. But these guys, they're going to try to motion you around a lot. It's like Pitt, but I think it's a little bit worse than Pitt. Honestly, it's just not worse in how they play, but worse, and I'm having to figure out what's going on. But you know, and it's just they're trying to mess with your eyes and get you out of your gaps and your fits, and it's really all about, you know, where they end up right when the ball snapped and being in your and just, you know, doing your responsibility with the final formation that they're in. So if we can just keep our eyes straight, I think we'll be fine.
You're coming off a big emotional win Saturday night. I guess you're better off that you're playing home, and it's maybe easier to avoid a letdown here than if you were on the road.
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly not looking for a letdown, but, you know, I think we've been playing well, and, you know, I think the momentum's in our favor right now. You know, Virginia's a good team, Miami was a good team, but, you know, we've got a lot to play for. You know, we can either tie first or come in second in the conference if we win this game, and so, you know, we're just putting it all on the line. And I think, you know, Saturday's going to offer a great atmosphere as well, and it's going to be senior day. It's going to be my last game in Bobby Dodd, so something special to look forward to.
What are your emotions going to be like when you go through the whole senior? You've seen it before, the senior day stuff with your parents and coaches and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be surreal. I mean, it's flown by, and you know, it's just crazy. I feel like I just got here, you know, as do all the other seniors. So definitely going to be an emotional game. Definitely want to come out with a win.
There's two walk-ons that are seniors, Cheyenne and Melvin. I'm curious, just over time, have you had much interaction or played against them on the scout team, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that's another thing about this team. We've got great chemistry, and you know, Cheyenne and Melvin, I'm always talking to them in the locker room. It's not like I don't even associate myself with them, and we're all buddies. So yeah, it's been good to play with them and get to practice with them for 4 years now. So.
Have either kind of distinguished themselves in a particular way, whether it's practice or in the locker room or whatever else it might be?
Yeah, Melvin's a goofball. I mean, everybody knows that. No, he's a great player. So is Cheyenne. You know, they both work really hard, and you know, they want what's best for this team, and I think that's one of the most important things you can do as a teammate is just, you know, play your part and do your best with what you're doing in every aspect of it. And I think those two guys do a great job at that.
Coach has kind of made the comment over the past couple weeks that y'all are better on 3rd and 3 than maybe 3rd and long. What's kind of been the focus as far as getting better in those 3rd and long situations?
Well, I mean, on 3rd and 3, it's more of a running down, and you know, I think we've been pretty solid with our run defense thus far. You know, once we've figured out, you know, really what we're doing and our responsibilities within the defense. But you know, obviously 3rd and long is more of a passing down, and you know, we've practiced it a lot, you know, throughout these last couple of weeks. Is, you know, really matching up receivers downfield and getting to the quarterback with a pass rush. So you know, that's basically what we've been focused. That was your question, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what we've been focusing on, and so I think, yeah, I mean, that's what we've got to continue to do to get better, because I know we've given up a lot of long passes on 3rd down. That's, you know, we need to get off the field at those points. So I think if we can, you know, secure the guys down the field, we should be all right.
I know you got one game left here, but what's your favorite memory playing in Bobby Dodd?
Man, I've got a lot of them. Last night, or you know, Saturday night was definitely one of them. That was a great experience. But of course, you've got Miracle on Techwood. Man, there's a lot of close games and a lot of good games I've been a part of. But you know, of course, those probably stand out the most.
So you had the baton yet?
Oh yeah. Hey, Demo came up before me. He said, "All right, it's defense's turn. You got to carry the baton this week. Special teams did it last week, and so it's just something he's, you know, brought into us, and we've been playing well ever since we've had that mentality. So, it's an everybody do your part type deal. So,
You told that before the game.
yeah, he let me carry it off the bus or whatever. So,
Just make sure you don't drop the baton.
yeah, you can't drop it. You can't drop it.
Anything else for Brant? All right, thanks,
All
Brant.
right, thanks, guys.
And senior, Jalen Johnson, what are the questions for Jalen?
How'd you hear about the news?
A GA told me. He told me in the when I was getting lunch.
What's your reaction?
All I could do is just smile. I was thankful for it. I'm thankful for my teammates, my coaches. I'm blessed. I've been through a lot, so it means a lot to me. I just can't be thankful enough for my coaches and my teammates.
Imagine you missed the spring and came in here, didn't have a lot of experience in the defense. They asked you to change position, play linebacker, and I imagine you had no kind of maybe idea even how much you play this year going into the season.
Yeah, like in the spring, I just try to focus on just watching film. They had me at a certain position, but they weren't for sure where I would play. So when I finally got back healthy in the camp, I was competing with Christian. He was doing good. I was making some plays. He was making some plays. So he pushed me, and we worked, and it's paid off this year. But I'm excited where I'm at. I feel very comfortable with where I'm at.
Big day Saturday, not only, going out there and trying to beat Virginia, but it's senior day. What are your thoughts?
It's going to be emotional. Definitely being the last time Bobby died. But we just got to prepare like every other game. After the ceremony's over with, we got to be in game mode. It's a big-time game. They're a good team. We're going to have to focus. We're going to have to play very well to beat them. So I think we're just going to prepare like every other week. That's what we're going to do.
It seems like you and Charlie are starting to kind of click in terms of your roles, and it's being less one guy rushing and it's more balanced. Do you feel like that's kind of helped both of y'all's performance?
That helps a lot. It keeps the offense on edge. It makes them prepare. They don't know who's coming and when we're coming. But I think that helps a lot. We had to learn a lot to do that. So I think we're both very comfortable with what we're doing right now.
We asked Brand about the final drive Saturday night. What was going through your head, and did you wish you were out there instead of watching it, or how do you react?
You talking
to
about for the offense?
Yeah.
I kept telling, like, when they scored, I kept telling them, hey, the defense, we're going to have to win it. We're going to have to win it. And then the offense, they just kept driving. Third down, kept driving. And we were very excited, especially when it was like 40 seconds left. It was like the game clock and the play clock was like beside each other. We were very excited for that. So we would have been prepared to go out there and try to stop them, but we're happy the offense did what they do, really.
How much have you watched Virginia and use a lot of backs, tight end, and the slot guy, as the case, is a heck of a player too.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that your responsibilities could be kind of complicated depending on what they're doing. I guess how much prep goes into that.
Right. They move around a lot. We know they have athletes, and their quarterback's a very good athlete. We're just going to prepare. We have to watch film, know what they like to do, just prepare, play physical. We know they're going to try to run the ball, and we just have to watch a lot of film, be prepared for what they do.
Have you seen the quarterback? You just watching TV or highlights or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, I've seen him on film. I haven't seen him in person.
But I'm just curious what your observations were.
Oh, he's a good player. He can throw the ball. He's very accurate, and he's very dynamic with his feet. He's a good player. He's getting a lot of publicity, so I know he's a good player. He's making plays, but we're gonna prepare for him. I know he's preparing for us, so we're definitely gonna prepare for him as well.
I think it was a Virginia Tech game when Demo first told you guys about or showed you the baton.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Remember what your first reaction was when he was kind of describing what it meant?
I thought it made sense. Just like having each team come together, just like a 4x1 team does, to get the main goal. Yeah, it made sense a lot. Yeah.
Refer to like a turnover chain, or is it?
No. Well, I don't know about that.
Anything else for Jalen?
Chris, have you, does Melvin Davis, do you go against him much in scout team, or do you?
We go against each other like 1-on-1 sometimes. Yeah.
Wasn't he with you guys at the beginning in the DB group?
He was a corner. I think he was an A-back this whole year, but he started off at corner. Yeah, he always talks about he's the real 23 and all that. No, we're real cool about it, but yeah.
But we know who the real 23 is.
No. He rocks it just like I do. So. Yeah.
Anything else for Jalen?
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
What was the most fun about Saturday night to you?
Winning. Yeah, winning and being able to get bowl eligible.
How many times have you replayed the one where you had him dead to rights on the sack?
Oh my goodness, I replayed it in my head all the time. Since then, as soon as I missed it, I was like, wow. But yeah.
I guess that's part of the game, though.
Yeah, you win
Make a
some,
few,
you lose
you
some.
lose
Yeah.
a few, right?
Yeah.
It seems like you're starting to come into your own in terms of this defense. Are you feeling much more comfortable now?
Yeah, like I said before when I was up here, that it's going to take a little bit of time to transition from the last year to this year. But I feel like that now, not only me but the whole defense is starting to gel together, and we're starting to play really good.
Do you feel like that's just kind of been the learning curve of trying to learn what to do? Is kind of maybe been some of the struggles earlier in the season? You guys are kind of getting over that hump now.
Yeah, I think it's more so like taking it from the practice field and then putting it on the game field. Because we practice hard and we practice full speed. And I guess early in the season we just couldn't transition it to the game field.
How are the offensive linemen adjusting to the 1-2 punch with you and Kyle? You know, they get you for a couple plays, and another one comes in and beats them down a little.
I don't think they're adjusting well. I think that that rotation has really worked well for us. Yeah, so.
Are you gonna get a fur coat like Kyle?
No. I think my fur is I'm already big.
I'm curious, against Miami, you had some really quick, clean wins, and I'm curious, do you feel quicker, or is it knowing the defense better? How do you?
I think it's a bit of both. I think I'm at a good weight too, and then just knowing the defense better and being able to see the formations and stuff.
If I can ask, what's your weight at right now?
About 325. Yeah.
Is that lighter than you would have been, or?
It's about the same, but it's I'm.
Better.
Yeah.
Good,
Mm-hmm.
When you play against a quarterback like Virginia's, who likes to pull it down and run a lot, are you aware of that when you line up, or?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, is that something that's easy to adjust to or hard to adjust
to? Really, it's just all about Coach Rice says, just build the cup, and then we just got to rally to him if he decides to pass or decides to throw, decides to run. We just have to rally and get him down before he makes some spectacular plays.
Have you been surprised at how well you guys have played up front the last couple games?
No. Coming in, even going back to last year, I knew we would be good. And it was just about us putting it on the game field. Because I feel like we've always had the talent on the defensive line. We just haven't really been able to showcase that as much. And then I think this year we were able to disrupt a lot of offenses with the new defense.
What's the difference? You said you felt like the talent was there. Is it just the new defense? What's kind of?
I think it's a bit of both. We're older, and also we've played in some games. We've got got our feet wet, and now we know what to expect, how to play at this level. And then I think it somewhat has to do with the defense too. We're more attacking than we were last year. I feel like we're more about being disruptive rather than just holding and catching blocks.
I think when we talk about new coordinators, it often mostly is stuff about scheme and that sort of thing. But I'm curious, in other ways, as Coach Woody and also just Coach Rice too, have they helped you guys, whether it's teaching or motivating or whatever else it might be?
Yeah, I know Coach Rice especially helps us to gives us just little key indicators from watching film and things, and that we could use that to our advantage. And that's honestly probably been the biggest change, and probably the reason why we've been making so many more plays this year.
Can you think of examples?
I mean, just formations, and when there's more so a passing down or like a run down, like a run formation, just being knowledgeable of that,
Yeah.
and we're just able to maybe cheat a little bit or know that in our head we got to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Your time here, what have you learned from the two seniors that are playing on either side of you?
Man, a lot, and it's not just about football, just life in general. And like we talk about it all the time. Next year is going to be a lot different without. And I feel like we have a lot of seniors, and I feel like that they really just been. They're my brothers, and I'm going to miss them a lot. And I'm just hopefully we can get them out of here on a good win.
Would you want to go to the Music City Bowl?
I'm just glad we're going bowling. Wherever we end up, I'm thankful.
Thanks, Brent.
No problem.
When you were watching Miami's punter, what were you thinking of those first two punts?
I don't know. That's a different style of rugby than we do. I mean, I give him his credit. It's still a hard and very hard job to do on the field. I mean, not many people can step up in a big-time game like that. But I feel like that was more of a coaching thing, you know, try to put it on the ground to get a lucky bounce off of one of our players.
Do you feel like was there any thoughts of rust or anything in your head? You hadn't been used a lot lately, and you got called upon this game to be a real weapon for the offense.
No rush. I've been preparing myself all season. I haven't had many punts this season, but I've always stayed high hopes and just to make sure I help the team out as much as I can. And this game, it just came through.
It seems like you've had two plays already this year where guys have muffed punts on.
Mm-hmm.
Where you've kicked over their heads and stuff. I imagine as a punter, that's like the greatest pride thing.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest things you can do as a punter. It makes a rather busted offensive series go out and you just change the game on a turnover. It can help out the team with momentum.
Did you have a good view of Wanye when he pushed the guy aside?
Perfect view of him. I ran down as soon as I saw him get the ball.
Do you want to take some credit for that? Is it like, do you hit a ball that's harder to catch, or is it the wind, or anything that you can put your finger on?
I mean, I could take a little bit of credit. I mean, I was trying to place the ball as where he could get it and make it a difficult catch, but I don't want to take all the credit because I wasn't the one to get the fumble. I mean, my team blocked for me, covered for me, got down there, made a play too. So I feel like it's 100% all on the punt team.
You had one that you had to get up a little bit forward.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that was a little gets the heart beating a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, I try to stay calm out there, try to think of all scenarios that could go wrong, and we just had to make a play. I busted my guys, Zach Roberts, out. I mean, he's a heck of a snapper. It's just sometimes that happens. Everybody makes a mistake sometimes, but we just got to keep each other lifted and just make sure the next one's better.
How much do you practice those co-op and corner kicks?
We're very big on that in practice. Try to get him in a good placement to where it can make a returner think about if somebody's in my face, how far over do I have to go to get back to my return people? And, it's been a big thing for me this year.
Do you have to kind of, like your mentality on the sideline or just the way you're thinking about the game, is it any different when you know that or kind of anticipate that I'm going to punt 4 or 5 times versus I might get one punt?
I mean, I try not to think about it too fast because I know sometimes the offense can have a slow start and a sluggish start and we just start clicking. But in my head, it's just always game mode. I'm always ready to go. Even if I don't get called on, I'm still going to be ready to go.
What have you seen from Wesley? Like as the place kicker, you get to watch him a lot. What makes him so successful?
Wesley's very humble. I say that. He's a very humble guy. All of us are, but Wesley doesn't come in with a big head. As you know, he's a freshman and he's a walk-on, but he doesn't make that any different than where he came into. I mean, he stepped up big for us. We had a slow start with the kicking game at first, but you got to give him credit. Like, going out there on at a big stage like that, make 2 for 2 on field goals and go off PATs and hasn't missed yet. He's been playing like 5-6 weeks. That's stout.
Had you noticed, maybe going back to camp or in the summer, that you felt like, hey, this kid actually might be pretty good for us?
Yeah, he got a strong leg. We noticed that early on. It's just like it kind of came out the blue. I really didn't know who he was coming into camp much. I didn't really speak to him, but I got to know him a good bit and kind of threw him under our wing, just kind of make sure he's on the right page and in the right mind state.
What do you think about the baton?
The baton with Demo, that's a big thing for us. That's a big thing for us. I mean, I think since that's been in a play for us in pregame and all and on the field, it's just a different feeling out there now. Every possession that gets changed, whether it's special teams, defense, or offense. You know, it's just like it all clicks together now. I really think that symbolism of that baton really helps us.
Who decides who gets the pass?
I mean, we got a ritual. We do it, just pass it through the whole locker room and pregame, make sure everybody touches it. But the biggest thing is, like, you know, key plays, big plays, you can just pass that baton on. Demo's always rushing up and down the field to pass it on to somebody. Yeah.
Have you been here long enough to where when the offense gets to a certain point on the field, you know Coach Johnson's not going to punt the ball?
Yeah. Somewhat. I mean, he's very different in his play calling. I mean, I know for sure if it's like a 4th and 2 to 3 yards, he's probably gonna go for it. But I'm all with him 100% on his play calling. I believe him 100%. Got to make a play.
Anything else?
You haven't had a ton of opportunities, but it seems to me like you're more consistent with just your ball striking. Is that been your?
That's a big thing for me too. That I got a lot of practice time in, but not a lot of game reps. I mean, the more practice I get, the better off we can get for the team, and it's kind of helping out.
All right.
Did you always punt? And if you could play another position, did you ever play another position? And would you want to play another one?
I've been punting since about 6th, 7th grade now. Started out playing offensive line. Then freshman year of high school, I was playing punter and tight end at the same time. But I just made that decision to take punting full time. I felt like I could help the team more so at that. But if I could contribute to help the team, I'd put me anywhere on the field just to help the team out.
All right. Thanks, Russell.